Good evening, everyone. So tonight, I've been messing around with putting this LED light bar on my wife's Honda Fit. Unfortunately, this whole front end is just plastic. And the only bolt holes I could find was those guys right there that hold the license plate up. So what I've been doing is slowly bending these tabs. They were just straight. I've been putting them in the vise and hammering on them and kind of getting to the shape that I need to get on them. I need to bend this tab just a little bit up some more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire it to the pigtail to her fog lights. So that way when she turns on her driving lights, this guy will come on. So hopefully here in a little while, we'll be able to get that taken care of. But yeah. This tab's got to be bent a little bit more. So the first bend I had here was at the, I just measured out. This is the 1 inch mark and this is a 2 inch mark. So I just kind of kept gradually making my bends to wrap around to make it fit. And then I needed to offset this guy right here. So just by putting in the vise, I was able to get a little bend on it. So after that, I was able to put these guys together, lay them out flat, and see how much they line up. They're pretty good. This is the bolt that holds the license plate on. It has no problem going through, but as you can see, it is it's got a shoulder, kind of like a collar right there, and it kind of was giving me a hard time. It was binding up. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is drill this out to where it goes in. I've already gotten the other side done, and we had a much easier time. So let's see if I can do this one-handed. Oh, and the size, it's a 23/64 is what I had to drill it out to. That was probably not safe. But, so, there's our collar, and it sits nice and in there. So, get that cleaned up. I'm going to go ahead and put it on. I have found out that the easiest way to do this is to go ahead and now put these brackets on by themselves, and then bolt up the light. Alright, there it is. Didn't have to cut nothing. All I had to do was take out those 2 bolts right there, 1 bolt right there, 1 bolt right there. The brackets, they didn't line up perfectly. I actually should have bent them just maybe a little bit more, but what I was able to do was, since this is all pretty much plastic right here, is they give pretty well, and I don't think it moved a little bit, but not too much, and I was able to sandwich it in. So I feel pretty happy with it. Next up is we're going to go ahead and wire this bad boy. You know, we got the 2 leads right there. I think I'm just going to do some disconnects with a longer pigtail, and what we're going to do is we're going to wire it up to to this broken one. It still works, and that's actually glass. Yeah, it's not plastic. That's actually glass. But the way you guys take this out is it's literally just this 1 nut right here, and it slides out. So hopefully we'll just be able to tap into that pigtail right there. So let me get this opened up, and I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay guys, before I got too far along, I wanted to go ahead and show you kind of a little comparison. This is with the headlights and the driving lights on. And I was wrong. I thought that one still worked, but it does not. As you can see, that driving light does work, and that one does not. So I'm going to tap into that wiring harness and get it going. So what you're looking at is with all the lights on right now. So we'll see if we can improve that here just a little bit. Okay, so let me show you what I've got so far. On the pigtail, I went ahead and crimped on some just some plugins. here. They're not the all-weather ones that seal up, but I think it'll be okay. Next up, I found some 2-conductor wire that I had laying around in the garage. I'm not too sure. I think I had it from a trailer that I was working on, but I want to tell you what it takes to get into access the lights. You just got to take off this nut right here, which is a 8mm, and then you can just pull on this guy right here and that'll pop right off. And there's your connector. You can't get to it too well. Bolts for the license plate, they are a 10mm. Here's with just the headlights on, and here's with the, yeah, this is with the light bar on. Check that out. Whew, that thing is bright. Now I got it pointed pretty far down. Looks like it's striking pretty low. But man, I mean, it's still lighting up the garage. I think I'm going to keep it pointed just like that. So there you go. Off, on. Off, on. I didn't really feel like cutting up the factory wiring harness to splice it in, so I started doing some looking, and I found this on Amazon. And what it is that it is a male adapter that plugs in to your existing light. So this is it right here, and as you can tell, it hooks up the exact same way as your light bulb does. Now, the light bulb is an H11, and in the description that you can see here, try not to get the glare, it works for H11s. So all I did was I picked this up from Amazon, then I went to my local auto parts store and I picked up a brand new headlight socket for an H11. That's this guy here. The headlight socket also came with non-insulated crimps and this heat shrink. And this is the good heat shrink too, because you can see kind of like the goo that kind of came out here on the side. So I went ahead and crimped this side to plug into the factory driving light, and then for my pigtail for my LED light bar, that is tucked away right here, and I put a connector on that, taped it up, made my pigtail a little longer. I crimped the headlight and the H11 light bulb adapter, male adapter, in with the pigtail, and then went ahead and heat shrinked it all together. The only thing you need to worry about with these male adapters is there are crimps on all 4 sides. See these little barbs that are sticking out here on each side? What you need to do is, for at least for my headlight, my driving light, sorry, is you need to go ahead and cut the bottom one off. Is go ahead and plug this guy in. This is a factory harness, just like that. And as you can see, where you have to kind of shear that off. Next up, plug in your light bulb like that, and then go ahead and plug it into your light, and then go ahead and install, and you're done. Go ahead and tuck it all in. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I know I need to see about replacing that glass, but that's just for another time.